Hello everybody, welcome to this new channel, Living from the Heart. This is a joint channel between myself, I'm Helen Living, I'm a true healer and a channel, and my co-host is Olwyn Jennings, a special lady and friend. She's also a channel and a healer and an intuitive and spiritual coach. The reason for this new platform, this new video series, is to help bring in quite a practical way what living from the heart looks like, and when we don't live from the heart, how that can impact our lives, the lives of others, and the circumstances that it can attract to you as well. So it's really about our experiences. These are our truths. The platform will develop over time, but initially we will be bringing our experiences so that hopefully you can learn what it means, because in essence living from the heart means having an open heart, which then means being able to give and receive in equal amounts. So it's bringing in balance to your life and to help you acknowledge the divine aspect that within you, that you are underneath this human sort of bodysuit that we've all been given in order to tread this earth. So today, I'm recording this today on Tuesday, the 11th of January. So it's a 1/1/1 of 2022. So it happens to be a very, very good starting point if you look at the numbers numerologically. I can't even speak. Numerology wise, have a look at those. You might want to look up the spiritual meaning. That's something that I've done for a long time. All you have to do, take your phone or on your computer, if you're starting to see repetitive numbers being presented to you, whether that's on a computer, your washing machine, your cooker, if you're starting to see numbers that you think, I'm sure I saw that the other day, you can look up the spiritual meaning of and tap it in and you'll get a meaning back. Anyway, I digress. So what does it look like? So these are our stories to help be able to bring some meaning to the life that you've been perhaps living, and where you might maybe have been struggling to have that sense of balance in your life, having an open heart. Often, if you're like me, if you know that you've been or you are a very, very sensitive person, to somebody on the outskirts, even the slightest thing that's said to you that might feel harsh, you know that saying, you can take it to heart. And yes, we can be a little bit maybe a bit careful as to what I say, but yeah, if you're very, very sensitive, the slightest hurtful thing that you sense, or somebody else's energy, or the energy within in a room, if there's some tension between people, you may well feel that, and you might want to shield yourself from that feeling of what it is you're sensing. You might not know what's been going on, but just your awareness of that energy, that knowingness that something doesn't feel good, you will have most likely over the years learned to shield yourself, and it's like an overprotection. So if you have a big heart, you may well be in the mode of giving, but you might not feel worthy enough in order to receive. So it's about giving and receiving in balanced proportions. At the heart of it, it's about unconditional love. It's about, can you unconditionally love yourself as much as you love those around you? And also, can you bring love to somebody who might be displaying actions or saying things that are not particularly good or that can cause harm, but from a higher perspective, can you see why that person might be behaving in that way? However, it's important that we first look at ourselves, taking a deep dive into ourselves. And this is what I've been doing for a few years now. It's not been easy, but it's also been a path that's led me, which is the subject, really, the overarching subject of this video, is how I learned of the fact that I channel, or my main guide is Mother Mary. So the key or the clue to the energy of what I bring forward is in the mothering title. How do you mother people around you? Do you mother yourself well? You don't have to be a physical mum in order to be able to see where this has a reflection in your life. It's that energy of taking care, of giving, of looking after others. But if you do that, if you perhaps overgive, overlook after, do you bring that to yourself? So it might be that in your life you've had experiences of lacking in confidence, your self-esteem feeling quite low. You might have experienced, you might not be able to put titles or names to the different aspects of your life as yet, but hopefully from this video onwards you may be able to start and see reflections in your own life that helps you to become more loving of yourself. And when you become more loving of yourself, you then improve your relationship with other people. So confidence, self-esteem, feeling rejected maybe, feeling unloved, feeling unsupported. Have you ever had the notion that if you want something doing, you need to do it yourself? Has there been that sense of you can't rely on somebody else to do something for you? What's your relationship with money? Your relationship with money can often give you a clue as to what your relationship is with yourself. So it's a journey of self-discovery, and it's about self-love. Often people can get that mixed up with the egotistical side of things. I'm sure we've all come across people who we feel to be what might be said to be quite full of themselves, and they're said that they're very egotistical. This isn't about that, or it can be an aspect of it, but it's how do you love yourself? How do you bring that love, that sense of unconditional love to yourself? How do you nurture yourself? How do you give back to yourself? Do you ever think to fill your own cup up and then be able to give from the overflow of that cup? It's your energy, it's your power, it's your essence. So all of these words that I'm using, hopefully over time, we will sort of bring to you in different ways over the coming weeks and months maybe. So before I end this sort of very brief introduction, I want to leave you with a question. One that you might just ponder. You might want to have a deeper thought about it, or it might not resonate with you at all. But what strategies in life have you been using in order to gain some sense of feeling loved, feeling lovable, or worthy, or acceptable? Where's your sense of worth? Where have you been gaining or getting that from? You might not be aware of what it is you've actually a strategy or techniques or tactics that you've used over the years. But look back, where have you felt some sense of worth? What in life has brought that to you? So it's possible that you can by looking at these different aspects, it's possible that you can actually step into that energy of unconditional love. It does not mean that you have to, if you're, for example, looking at somebody and thinking, I don't like that part of them, I don't like what they're doing, I don't like what they say, I don't like what they come across, how they come across. But from a higher perspective, can you look at them and maybe understand what could have been happening for them, what's led them to be like that in their life? And in that sense, you are bringing an element of unconditional love to them. Have you ever heard people say, just because I love them doesn't mean to say I have to like them? This can be in relation to our children sometimes, say if they're going through the terrible teens or what's called the terrible twos. You don't have to be a parent, you could be looking after somebody or in any shape or form. But if our child's behaviour at that moment in time is particularly challenging, you might not like that behaviour, but it doesn't mean to say that you can't bring an element of love to them. So, yes, I'm coming up to about 12 minutes now. I wanted to keep this video brief. Hopefully, you will be able to relate to some of these things that we, both Alwyn and myself, talk about. So sometimes they may be a little bit vulnerable in the information that we give, because it's an offering of our own experiences, but it's really here to help you navigate maybe the next steps in your life and to bring that aspect of joy back. Where has life brought you to? Have you lost your sense of joy in your life? Can you ever remember a time? There will be an element or an aspect of your life when there was that sense of abandonment and joy, seeing the world through the eyes of awe and wonder, as I often hear myself saying. Maybe it was way back in your younger days, maybe before you went to school, but it's about recapturing that sense of wonder and joy, opening the heart, seeing where you've built those barriers around your heart without realising it, and that are actually creating a block to you receiving the joys of life again. Okay, thank you for joining me. If you've stayed to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you very much. We'll be posting again and delving a little bit deeper into one or two of these aspects. But thank you for listening. Hope you have an amazing day and week ahead. Take care and speak soon. Bye bye.